Hello and welcome to AirgunWeb.com, your home for honest, real-world airgun reviews and information where we bring you the facts, not fluff. Now you all probably know that my wheelhouse is the nuts and bolts, facts and figures types of product reviews. While these certainly are going to give us an idea of a product's basic performance, it's also important to get them out into the field and see how they do out there. Today we're going to take 3 known accurate rifles and see how they do in our first ever field hunting test. Now I hope to do this a lot more often and add more types of tests based on the types of products we're using at the time. Let's go ahead and get started. For our first field test, we're going to take 3 of my favorite spring guns and use them in a simulated hunting situation. Now we're using the Gammo and Remington knockdown field targets at ranges from 15 out to 40 yards. The rifles we're using are the Beeman R9, the Walther LGV, and the Walther LGU. Now the R9 and the LGV are shooting 177 pellets and they're 1000 FPS class airguns. The LGU is shooting 22 and it's a 12 foot-pound class airgun. That means with a 14.3 grain pellet, it's shooting right around 600 to 607 feet per second. Now how this is going to work is pretty simple. I brought out my buddy Cecil and he's going to give me a hand. We're each going to take turns shooting the rifles at 4 targets. The lowest possible score is going to be 4. Now you can take up to 4 shots per target, so the worst score is going to be 16. Let's see how we did. Cecil was up first with the Beeman R9, and he very quickly dispatched the first target, which was spaced at 15 yards. Unfortunately, the second target at 25 and the third target at 40 yet remained standing. The final target, spaced at about 17 to 18 yards, fell after 2 shots, giving him a total score of 11. Now my turn with the R9 fared much better, knocking down all 4 targets with 1 shot each, giving me a perfect score of 4 with the Beeman R9. Next up was the Walther LGV, and Cecil was again up to the plate. Targets 1, 2, and 4 fell after a total of 10 shots, but the third target, out at 40 yards, continued to give Cecil a fit. I took over with the LGV, and I got all 4 targets, but I took 11 shots to get them all, but I did get all 4. Now the last rifle was the Walther LGU, and the LGU was the rifle Cecil was most interested in trying. Targets 1, 2, and 4 fell with a much better score of 8 this time, but that 40-yard target was just too much for Cecil this time around. Now the LGU is arguably my favorite gun of the bunch for bench shooting, but in the field I also fell short at 40 yards. Targets 1, 2, and 4 fell for me with a total score of 8. So what did we learn? The big takeaway for both Cecil and myself is just how necessary it is to get out of the studio and out into the field. All of these guns are known accurate air guns. All of them were sighted in and set up properly. The deficiencies were squarely on our own shoulders. Now, my favorite target bench gun is probably going to still be that LGU. Now, the R9, it's been one of my favorite go-to guns for out in the field for a long time, and I've had it for years, which is why that familiarity probably translated into a perfect score. The LGV is an exceptional gun. I just need more time with it, and that's really what we've learned. If you want to be proficient in the field, you gotta spend time with your air guns. Now, I really look forward to getting out and doing a lot more of these types of videos. If you have ideas of how we can field test the air guns we review, please email me at editor@AirgunWeb.com. I really look forward to seeing some of your suggestions. I'd like to take a moment and thank Pyramid Air for sponsoring AirgunWeb in these videos. It really speaks to their commitment to their customers and to the sport, and we greatly appreciate all they do for us here. When you're looking for your next air gun or you need to place your next supply order, think PyramidAir.com and make sure to let them know that you heard about them right here at AirgunWeb. When you're looking for honest, real-world airgun reviews, think AirgunWeb, where we tell you the facts, not fluff. My name is Rick Eutsler with AirgunWeb. Thanks again for watching.